I don't think no action to be taken. Okay, moving on. Next item I'm happy to present is the presentation by firefighter Zach McGee on the Better Together Leadership Program. So Zach, if you'd like to come forward. I asked that this item be put on the agenda. It's a wonderful program that our Firefighter Foundation does in our city of Santa Clara that not many people know about, and they've quietly been doing this for many, many years, and it's time to get some exposure for this organization and to let people know about the good work that they do. So Zach, thank you so much for waiting, and welcome.
Thank you. Mayor Gilmore, City Manager, City Council members, thank you for this opportunity to inform all of you about this program and the service these members of the Santa Clara Fire Department offer the citizens of the city. The Better Together Leadership Program is going on its 27th year in Santa Clara. It is a mentor-based program where firefighter volunteers they volunteer their time with a select group of students throughout the school year. But before I get into the specifics of it, I want to thank not only the facilitators, but I also want to thank their families. And since my family's here, I want to thank them. My wife, Katie, you might have heard, my daughters, Hannah and Sophia.
Yes.
And then my parents. I know that this program takes time away from everyone's family because they're volunteering their time outside of their job. But I also know that makes me a better role model for my kids by seeing how involved I am in the community, and that's something my parents instilled in me. I know all the facilitators also like to pass on the same appreciation to their family. This program is so much bigger than one individual. Because of that, it wouldn't be right for me to stand up here alone. So at this time, I would like all the facilitators. Not all of them are here, some are on vacation and such, but I'd like all the facilitators that participate to come up here with me.
Come on.
So as they're coming up, Bev Molina, Steve Kastner, Liz Harkins, Jameson Amato, Mike Kaufman, and Jason Mattier. They're all here tonight.
Welcome. Welcome.
The Better Together Leadership Program was established in 1989, originally named Better Things by the Santa Clara Firefighters Local 1171. It is fully funded today by the Santa Clara Firefighters Foundation. The Santa Clara Firefighters Foundation is a nonprofit arm of Local 1171. Better Things began as a program that worked with high-risk students. The focus was on decision-making, self-esteem, and consequences. As the program grew, it evolved into a leadership program focused on self-esteem, decision-making, communication, teamwork, and community involvement. With this evolution, the name Better Things didn't best represent what our program was now doing in the classroom. The name Better Together encompasses what our program stands for. Our program is unique from most leadership programs because of how it evolved. Because of this evolution, we have a true cross-section of the student body. Whereas most leadership programs may take the high-performing students in the classroom, we take whatever students that the teachers, counselors recommend, and in some way they show leadership traits, and they come into our program, and we try to build on those. A core group of firefighters meet with these students every week and help facilitate different activities that will showcase their strength and build on their weaknesses. Throughout the year, they build on teamwork and leadership skills. The City of Santa Clara prides itself on community service. The students are introduced at a young age the value of reaching out in the community through specific events. Over the years, we have found great value in literally taking the classroom outside the walls and into the community. The occasional change of venue adds depth to reinforcing the leadership and life skills we have worked on throughout the year. These trips include a fire station visit, a community outreach event, and an end-of-the-year trip at Planet Granite. As the program continues to evolve, we look forward to more opportunities to introduce these students to life skills that they may use throughout their lives. One example would be to implement CPR training in this program. We also look towards implementing a system where the students can stay in contact with previous and current Better Together students and facilitators. The success of this program can be seen in our mentorship program. Select students are returned to help mentor current students within the program. The firefighter facilitators donate their time to this valuable program. The Santa Clara Firefighters Foundation pays for all equipment and associated costs incurred by the Better Together Leadership Program. There is no cost to the students, to the schools, or the Santa Clara Fire Department. As firefighters, these facilitators are able to provide excellent examples of life experiences that support the learning and importance of these life skills. The Better Together Leadership Program continues to succeed due to the dedication and commitment of the members of the Santa Clara Firefighters Local 1171, the continued support of the Santa Clara Fire Department, and the Santa Clara Unified School District. I also like to point out, Marcy Maeda is back here. She's the counselor at Booksir. And the counselors do a great job of selecting the students and fully supporting our program. Like I say, if the partnership wasn't there between the school district, the union members, and the fire department administration, this program would never exist. Also, I'd like to acknowledge Chief Kelly, who through his guidance and leadership, we continue to hire excellent employees that are loyal to the citizens of Santa Clara and volunteer their time, as witnessed with these folks standing here. We currently have 4 groups throughout the Santa Clara Unified School District middle schools, and they reach approximately 45 to 60 students a year. Personally, I'm inspired by all these facilitators. They all show how high they prioritize the community they serve, and the amount of time they spend in the classroom as well as preparing for this class is absolutely amazing. To you guys, thank you. You guys make a tremendous difference in these youth, and a lot of times we get asked, how do we measure whether our program's helping or not? And we've never had a good way, do we give them a slip to fill out and they rate it? We had where teachers would fill it out and give back information. But the truth is this program affects these students throughout their lives, and we never know when it'll show up. Quick little story. Me and my wife were out one night, and I ran into I thought it was like 2 years, but it was 10 years prior he was in the group. And I saw him, he was working, and he asked, he lit up when I saw him, and he asked if I could wait around a few minutes because he's about to take his lunch break. On his lunch break, me and him kind of caught up, and if you could have seen how proud he was and excited just to tell me that he was about to go to UC Northridge, or Cal State Northridge for college, and how he was the first person in his family to go to college. I definitely got more out of that exchange than probably I've done for any of these students. But that was a reminder of what we do. We don't see these students very often after they leave. We don't have a continuing follow-up program. But the effect these people have on the kids is just amazing. And that was a good reminder. I'm sure there's hundreds of kids like that. At that, I'd like to, again, thank the facilitators. Thank you guys for letting me tell you about our program. And if you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to ask or feel free to contact me later. I left some brochures. We have a website. It's on that brochure. Yeah, feel free if you have any questions or comments.
Thank you. Thank you, Zach. I can see your passion, your dedication, and I want to thank your crew here for what you do. I think getting these kids at the age of the middle school is really key, because a lot of times that's where we all know that's where things happen. They're going to go in one direction or another, and if you're helping them, I think you probably have tremendous success you don't even know about. What you've done. So thank you so much for what you've done. Is there a graduation ceremony, or what happens at how long is the program? You said 40 to 50 kids or 60 kids?
It's sixth grade, and it goes throughout the year. So each group will have 12 to 15 kids. They meet once a week, just like a regular class. The kids have to agree to make up any work they have. And then at the end of the year, each individual, we have a big trip to Planet Granite. Planet Granite donates the facility. They train any of our firefighters that need to be belayed. Sort of. They understand that we have a pretty good working knowledge of knots and ropes, and so we kind of go in and train, But anyways, they donate it, and we have a big where all the groups get together, and that's the beginning of the end. And then in the next maybe month, because it's towards the end of the year, each group has their individual kind of graduation where they get certificates from us. And there's a few different things we do, and we have shirts and give them that. So,
well, thank you. And I know that your family has a long history of service to the city, and it's nice to see your mom, Pam. Hi, Pam. Nice to see you here again. And I think we have some questions from the council. Councilmember Davis?
Actually, Zach, thank you. Thank you for your service to the community. I mean, you guys do really good. I think, Jason, you're my favorite bartender. When you do your event at the Crab Feed, I know that Councilmember Kolstad and Caserta have been there. and we try to support you in every way we can, but I would love if there was some way we could do like a special order business and see these kids and maybe, have some way of acknowledging this, because this is awesome what you do. And we don't do enough of this good stuff. We're always getting yelled at. So we really like when you come and tell us all the awesome things that you do for our city and our community. So thank you very much for coming.
Yeah, and like I say, it takes a ton of people. Like, this is only part of the facilitators, but if we're on duty and we go to, and it's a day we're doing better together, other people volunteer, other firefighters volunteer for that shift to work so that we can go do it. So there's still the high service to the citizens. It doesn't affect our staffing model or
The
anything.
tremendous commitment by these folks for once a week, throughout the school year. That's a huge commitment.
Yes.
Vice Mayor O'Neill?
Yes, thank you. Congratulations on maintaining a successful program over a long time. I know how long it's difficult sometimes to keep things like that going. Are there any other resources or things that you could use either from the city or the community to help you with the work that you're doing?
My biggest goal is actually to get the facilitators recognized. The truth is, we have so many people committed to serving the citizens of Santa Clara in our Local 1171. As you mentioned, we have our nonprofit foundation. They go out and raise money in order to fund these programs. I'm sure everybody here in some way has helped raise money for the foundation. That foundation now can help fund a lot of different causes, one of them being Better Together. They obviously donate a ton of time. My biggest, if someone said, what's your biggest need? My biggest need is to ensure that they get the acknowledgement they deserve. And they do an amazing job. And I wouldn't be standing here if it wasn't for how committed they were, they are. Because seeing them and seeing what they'll put aside to do it really keeps me motivated and keeps me going.
Okay.
Thank you.
Councilmember Costa.
Just as a short follow-up on Councilmember O'Neill's question, several years ago, former Mayor Mahan and I were founding members of the Firefighters Foundation. They put on a lot of fundraising events, fill the boot. They do so much to raise money, and this program is probably the most visible thing that you all do. But I've seen the charity you do quietly when a family gets burned out of their house, taking care of them, giving money to the Rouge Foundation for the Burn Center. There's just so much to what they're doing. Anybody in town that could help these fellas and gals when they're doing their fundraising would keep these programs going for a good long time.
Thank you, Councilmember Colstead. So, Zach, I would say let's keep in touch and we'll find ways to honor your facilitators for this program, because they're really providing a tremendous service for our community in so many ways. So let's continue the communication, the conversation, and we'll bring them back, because I'm sure they'd love to come to council meetings all the time.
Yeah, and
We can even put you later on the agenda so you can really get the full scope of what we do here.
Yeah, and don't judge them on my public speaking ability. You do
You
a much
did
better
fine.
job than.
You did absolutely fine. So thank you so much, and thank you all for coming this evening. Thank you. Is there any member of the public that would like to speak on this issue?
That is absolutely fabulous. I didn't know we had such a program, and it really just, it so lightens your heart to hear them doing that and to work with kids. And like you say, you don't know the good you've done. You could change a life and not even know just by saying hello or offering a hand or being a positive adult when you don't even know that you've made a difference. I was wondering if they have like a website or a way to get in contact, because I have an idea I'd like to work with them. We didn't get any of those, so I'd love to have
Maybe
a
we
way to get in
can,
touch with them.
looking at Jennifer Yamago, maybe we can post this online so that the public would be able to see. And if you have any extra copies maybe we can put them on the table
love to
here
have
so
one.
that the public could have.
http://bettertogetherca.com.
Oh, I got one. Yeah, I think it's wonderful. I mean, it really is so heartwarming and enlightening. It's just, I'm speechless, and I'm never speechless.
Oh, my gosh.
But I think it's fabulous. It's really
Okay,
great.
thank you. All right, Thank you for that. All right, moving on then to the consent calendar. Are there any items in the consent calendar you'd like to pull, Councilmember Caserta?
I just need to recuse myself. Thank you, City Attorney, on 14A